Hi guys. So have you ever wondered why some people seem to get everything they want? They have the best things of life. They seem to attract what they want. When they have a goal, they go after it and they get it. It just seems as though everything around them is sort of magical, like they're the luckiest set of people that we have on planet Earth. And others just seem to not have everything they want. They barely go through life trying to survive. They are struggling in not just one area of their life, but several areas of their lives. And they just don't seem to know how to put things together to attract the kind of life they truly want. My name is Favor Joseph, and I am a mindset coach. I'm popularly known as the mindset engineer. I help people like you achieve exponential results by teaching you the powers of your mind and mindset. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about something very phenomenal, the law of attraction. I'm sure you've heard it severally, you've seen it in places or read it in books. There are several books on the law of attraction, and you have come across videos or write-ups and all of that. But today I'm going to be approaching the law of attraction in a totally different way. Now, the two categories of people I first earlier described, what makes the difference between those who are able to attract the kind of life they want and those who are not able to attract the kind of life they want? The thin line between this set of people is people who understand the law of attraction. Now, here's the most interesting thing. So many people, like, they carry out this law, they obey the law, they follow through with the law, but they don't know that that is what it is called. Well, people call it the law of attraction, people call it the act of manifesting, people call it, a lot of things, energy, your energy levels, your and all of that. But personally, I choose to call it totally something totally different. I choose to call it faith. Now, I'm going to tell you my story on how I was able to attract a kind of life in an area of my life that I really wanted, and step by step details on what I did, on how I was able to envision it and carry it out successfully. So people call it, as I said, a lot of things, but personally, I choose to attack it as faith, right? That's and as I continue with this broadcast, you know why I'm calling it faith. And I discovered that. So I recently read this book. Okay, I recently read The Power of Positive Thinking, How to Make Your Faith Work, The Law of Attraction. These three different books, they talk about similar phenomenon, right? But just at different extreme angles. And I discovered something that we do apply the same rule. People just call it different names. And these laws and these rules, they are all in the Bible. They are all things that have been stated in the Bible, but we do not follow through them because we just feel like they are casual things. And some other set of people decided to dig those things out, rename it, brand it to something else, and boom, it's a it's a very big phenomenon. Like, in fact, as I was going through YouTube yesterday, I came across a video, an ad on the act of manifesting. It's a course. I was like, this is a simple thing that it's been explained in the Bible. So people don't know how to follow through it, or some people know it, but because this is this simple, they don't follow through it. So let me tell you my story. So sometime in 2019, I was I was looking for admission, right? And I was writing jam, writing WAEC as at then, as at the time. And I had a school in mind. Let me just give a summarized version. I had a school in mind which I wanted to go to. Like, I knew that I just have to be in this school. I wanted to be in that school so badly. And I knew that I was not going to stay another year at home. I had stayed 1 year at home, and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm definitely going to get admission that year. So what was the first thing I did? I had a goal, right? I had a goal. What was my goal? my goal was to get admission into that university. I conceived it in my mind. I believed that I can get admission into this institution, and then I began to work towards it. So I remember telling one of my friends that this is the university I applied for, and let me just say exactly what she did. She came very close to me and she touched me by the neck, and she said, "Favor, you're obviously sick. You're obviously not feeling fine. That you obviously want to stay at home another year. That I have audacity to be applying for that university." Well, my jam score was not very bad. It was okay, like to get me the course I wanted. It's just the university is known for um being difficult to enter. I was like telling her that this this admission, I've gotten it already. Oh, I'm not planning of getting it. I've gotten it already. So I conceived that in my mind. Now, in Mark 11, verse I think 22 to 24, the Bible talked about he said, have faith in God, right? Then he said, whatsoever things ye ask, that you should believe that you have received them, and ye shall have them. He now said, whosoever saith unto this mountain, be thou moved and cast into the sea, and do not have a doubt in his heart, he shall have whatsoever he saith. So now, this scripture is one of the explicit scriptures on faith and manifesting. I don't know, like recently, in fact, I've been having to drill this into my score. You shall have whatsoever. It's not, and the Bible don't mince words. Whatsoever means whatsoever. Anything. Anything. Anything is anything. So I've been having to even drill that into my score as well, because I need to expand it, like grow my faith, become very large to accommodate more. So what did I do? I gave it my best shot, wrote my jam. I had my work already, gave post UTME my best shot as well. Now, but the admission did not seem like it was going to come. So, but here was one thing I did. Um, I had to tell myself consciously, all things work together for good to them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. I prayed that scripture until it became tangible. It was no longer a scripture in the Bible. It was something I could hold as a physical evidence. Romans said that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Amplified version said it is the title deed. That you have it as evidence. They say, have you gotten admission? Yes. How do you know? My faith. You know your faith from your pocket and say, this is my evidence. Good. That is how much Pastor Mildred used to say, if you can see it in the word, you can have it in your world. So there was a lot of chaos going on that period, and for me, I just told myself that I don't know about any rest of you, but me, I've gone to school. Like that period of my life was one of the times I've had the strongest of faith, and I did attract or get what I was looking for in the most dramatic way. So back to my story. So I kept on speaking. Now he said, whatsoever you ask, mean that one, there should be a goal, right? There should be a goal that you are chasing after. Now you believe. Receiving and getting are two different things. He said, whatever you ask, you will receive. You believe that you have received, then you would have. So you need to believe that you have received. When it comes to let me use our mindset terminologies, they'll tell you things like you need to like come to the consciousness, you need to be aware of it, you need to live in that moment. So I believed if you ask me, anybody that asked me that period, anybody, how fast school, I'll tell you that I've got admission. I don't know why they don't want to release the list. Me, I've gone to school. I don't know why they don't want to release the admission list, but I've gotten admission. As in, I was that audacious about it, telling everybody that wanted to hear, right? So he said that you shall have whatsoever you say, because there's a speaking side of faith. That's why in in our niche, they'll tell you things like you should give out positive affirmations and confession. I'm a Christian, so I'm going to jam both of them for you together, and we are going to get what you really want. You merge both of them together. They call it affirmations and whatsoever. Speaking the word is what I call it. So I kept on speaking the word. I kept on speaking my reality. This is what I've got. There's a speaking side of faith, of attraction. You keep on speaking it. Everything is created twice. First in your mind, then in reality. You can have whatsoever. I told you I read recently How to Make Your Faith Work. And the author said that if it does not work, it is no faith. That if what you are trying to manifest, it doesn't come to reality, it's not faith that you used. I mean, it's been on my mind since I read it. Like, if it is faith, it must work. So you have that evidence. You keep on speaking. I kept on speaking it. Now, let me tell you something very distinct I did. I was living in that reality already. Like, I mean, list had not come out, but every time before I go to bed, I envision myself in school. Like, I'd been there before when I went to write post UTME. So I envision myself walking around in school, doing normal things. Like, I was living there. One day, my mom even told me that I'm in this house, but I'm no longer in this house. That is my body that is here. My spirit have gone, and she was not even wrong. My spirit had gone. Really, I was just there. So you need to travel to that place. If your mind can sufficiently be there, actively be there and believe it, it must come to fusion. It must come to reality. Do you get? Yes, you shall have whatsoever. It's not the Bible doesn't mean word. Whatsoever is whatsoever. Now, that period, I was speaking it, I was envisioning it, I was feeling the feeling. This part is very important. I was feeling the feeling that I was in school already. So I wasn't just talking about it. I mean, I had planned out what I was going to wear for my matric. The clothes I wore on my matric, I did not wake up that matric period and start thinking of what I'm going to wear. I had already planned out. It was a yellow gown. I wanted a yellow gown, a plain yellow gown, and I had a shade of yellow to that precision. That's how much I was that detailed. I knew the hair I was going to make, the clothes I was going to wear, the shoe, everything was on plan. Like, I really started checking, hairs and shoes. That's exactly what I used for that matric. In that school, on that matric gown. Why? I have lived in that reality already. So living it, somehow my body had to find a way of bringing it to my reality. I was already there. They let me use the word our my niche uses. They'll say the universe finds a way to bring it to you because you have sufficiently believed it enough. It cannot if it's not faith, if it doesn't work, it's not faith. So you get to attract whatsoever. Whatsoever is whatsoever. And I've used this in several areas of my life, and it has changed my life dramatically. Like, it has changed. You see that power of sight. Once you can conceive it, Napoleon Hill will say in his book Think and Grow Rich. Once you can conceive it and you can believe it, you can have it. Pastor M will say, if you can find it in the word, you can have it in your world. So you need to know that. Okay, so during that period, I kept on believing it. I kept on saying it. Like, I was beginning to live like I was in school. In my mind, I was already there. I was already there. So I had planned out things I was going to do, different things. I had already started checking. Okay, hostel, off camp, this one, that one, pricing things. And list has not come out. In fact, at some point they were like, this list, the number of people that are going to come out this batch is going to be small. I told myself that even if it's only one person, that's how convinced I was. Even if it's only one person who is going to get admission that year, it's my name. I was obviously not the person with the highest jam score, but I just knew that, see, I've gone to this school and there was nothing that was going to stop it in reality, because in my mind I was there already. Now, here's the thing, right? They call it in my niche, we call it manifesting agents and manifesting actions and manifesting situations. This is what happens when you sufficiently believe something. There's the action part to faith. They say faith without works is dead, right? There's the action part to faith, there's the action part to manifest it. Once you keep on it, you're believing it, you're feeling the emotions that you feel when you would have that thing, you're in that reality already. You're already having it here, right? You have an evidence of it already. Somehow, situations will bring people to bring that into a reality. And that is why, in the act of manifesting, in the law of attraction, they say detach yourself from the goal itself. So let's say you have a goal of $5,000. Your attraction should not be the $5,000. Your attraction should be the goal that five will be the should be the lifestyle that $5,000 would give you when you have it. Do you get? So I'm not attracted to being in the university, obviously. I'm attracted to the life that being in the university. I was attracted, rather, it's been so many years. I was attracted to the life that being in the university would offer me, the opportunities, the people, and then the influence like I would get by knowing more people, right? So that was the life I was attracted to. Not being the university. If not, I would love to be in the university, and I mean, I would not be able to reach out to a higher academic goal. So here's the thing: you are not going to be attracted to that goal. You're going to be attracted to the life it gives you. So in that euphoria of the life that it would give you, you would discover that manifest. I called it. Our niche calls it. My niche, sorry, it calls it manifesting agents. In the Bible is action. That's what the Bible, straightforward. Faith without action is dead. Now here's the thing: once you're in faith, somehow, you know what to do. I've been there severally. Faith is a normal thing I use my day-to-day life. You just know what to do. So I'm speaking from experience. You know what to do. Somehow God sends people, situations, things to make that reality come to pass. Oh God. I mean, it can be very dramatic sometimes. So in my own case, God sends people and situations as well. Like when I told the whole story about this, you will not even believe. Like, wow, that period, I was not just praying for myself, I was praying for all my friends. I was hoping as well and believing for all my friends. We were eight that I was hoping that we enter school that year. And every single damn person that were in my mind got admission that year. Everybody. Now, to make the situation even better, four of the eight people got double admission, and I was included. I mean, in that school that people say, they don't just give admission, they just give admission. Me, I had two courses. They gave me my name came out in two lists. That is now me to choose which department I want to be in, which course I want to study. Like, I know this thing work, right? So, but you need to know there's a sane part of faith. There's a sane part of faith. And the good thing is, in the Bible covers every aspect of life. Anything you're looking for, you can find it in the Word of God. There's a solution to every problem. Anything. You just need to keep confessing it positively, and you would attract what you want. So I mentioned out steps. One, I had a goal, right? A definite goal. In your mind, your subconscious mind, don't understand things that are vague. So you need to have a definite goal. I want to enter school this year, as in before this time. That was a goal for me. So I want to make so amount of money by this time. If I come back to summarizing it, you need to let go of the means. Like, when I mean let go of the means, I had this friend that was telling me that he had a lot of business that he was doing, doing this, doing that. Doing that. He was really hoping that he hits his first 1 million from that business, and he did not hit it from that business. And then one year, like the following year, he switched businesses to another business that was seemingly upcoming. It was not a business that known. And in 3 months, he hit his income goal for the year. That's The money he had planned to make in the whole year, he made it in 3 months, meaning that he crossed the million mark and more. So he was telling me that he had become a millionaire already in his mind. He knew that somehow this one was going to come. How it was going to come, he did not know. Do you get? So you need to let go of it. For instance, personally, I had a means to which I got the admission, right? And I let go of how I wanted it to look like, right? I let go of how I wanted it to look like, and I went with the flow of how it was coming. It didn't come out when I wanted. I said, at this period, it didn't come out that time, right? It still came, but the whole thing delayed just a bit with some months, and I let go of the means. You're not attached to the means. You're not attached to the goal. You are attached to the feeling, to the lifestyle. Take note of this thing that goal would offer you when you get it. That's what you should be attached to. But that's what you should be envisioning. So, one, you have a goal, a clear goal. Two, you believe your goal sufficiently. Three, you live in the euphoria of that goal that you have set. That's you live in that life already. Four, you affirm the goal. So anybody asks me, as I said, I've gotten admission, is at least has not come out. So you need to have gotten this amount of money. You don't just have it here, but you have it. You have to have it first. That's why the Bible said, you believe that you receive, then you would have. Receiving and having two different things. So you need to receive it before you would have it. That's, I think, four. Then five, you need to detach yourself from the means to the goal, right? I have so many stories to tell. It's just I don't want this video to be very long, but I can tell you different stories of things that happen both in my life, both in the life of people. So you might be setting a goal, and for you, is this business that will give you that money. It might not just be that thing. Something else can, in 1 week. I mean, that your whole. I mean, he made his whole year go in 3 months. So if he wanted to chill for the remaining months of the year, he was absolutely free. So, but he did that. He was able to achieve that because he let go of the attack, the will I call it the attachment he had with his previous business, and say anyhow this goal is going to be achieved, it should be achieved. How? And this is the main reason why people don't really believe God, because your eyes is so fixed on the circumstance, is so fixed on a particular means at which you want it to go, that you forget that God can use anything to make something a reality, right? God can use anything. All things work together for good. I mean, I have a lot of stories to tell. Anything to make something a reality. So tell yourself, I don't really know how this is going to happen, but for happening, it's going to happen. And as I said, action. There's the action part to faith. So you don't just sit down. I don't just sit and say, I'm not going to write jam. Ooh. I mean, I don't want to go into a lot of stories, but that year I stretched myself. Like that was the year that I really stretched it in reading, in discipline. In fact, I don't know if I've reached that mark of discipline since then. Maybe I should reach around that side. But I was that disciplined. I had to close my phone for like 1 month, pack it back into the pack at which I bought it and kept it somewhere. Because I knew that, see, I must hit this thing. So I gave it my own best shot for my own angle. It's not like I sat down and not do anything about it. So there's an action part to faith. There's an action part to you manifesting what you want, to you attracting what you want. You would go after it. But you need to not be attached to how it's going to come. Because God can use any means to make something a reality in your life. Any means is any means. You can use any means to make something a reality in your life. So let go of that attachment to something, right? And then you would have. So this method, as I said earlier, if it doesn't work, it's not faith. If you sufficiently have faith, it must work. He said you would have whatsoever. I don't think, even me, I feel like I've not really understood that. Whatsoever is whatsoever. That's why people attract the life they want. And others seem to just let go, but live life trying to struggle. So people use this method in several. If you read Think and Grow Rich, it's the same principle, exactly the same principle. He didn't just mention. He mentioned faith. In fact, I think the third chapter of that book is talking about faith. but he didn't just mention it in the way the Bible mentions it. So you can take time to really read about how faith works, right? You can take time to read about how faith works, and you will change your life. I'm telling you, you will change your life if you really understand this principle. Faith is the evidence of, is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So your faith is your evidence. Someone asks you, how do you know you are going to be healed? You say, because the Bible said that by his stripes I'm healed. We were healed. You are already healed. How do you know you are going to be rich? You're not going to be rich because of you just want to be rich. You are going to be rich. You tell the person, I'm going to be rich because Christ was made poor so that I can be made rich. Christ had already been made poor. So me, I am already rich. So you keep on, I mean, you see the speaking side of faith. You speak it till everybody around you join you and believe it. Do you get? See everybody around you join you to believe it till you believe it sufficiently. So this is the law of attraction, this is the law of faith, manifesting, whatever they call it. If you can apply this in sufficiency to your life will change. You'll be singing next week Sunday, my life has changed in church. Thank you so much for listening to this broadcast. Please like, share, and follow for more. I have a boot camp coming up where I'll be talking deeply on the powers of the subconscious mind. I'll be talking on confidence. I'll be talking on, overcoming heartbreaks, low self-esteem, inferiority complex, and lots more. We'll be teaching you how to develop good mindset and good habits towards money, towards life. Because some people, the problem that they have is not even any other thing, it's their mindset. I mean, this as a man ticket in his heart, so it's not a fallacy, it's not a cliche. You're already what you think. And if you're going to change your life, you're going to have to change your thoughts first. Your thoughts is the driving thing of your life. Like there is no such thing as hidden thoughts. Somehow, your thoughts find a way to express itself in your body, in your actions, in your character. I've talked about how it affects in your body. Maybe we'll talk about your actions. I will talk about maybe thoughts and effects since my subsequent videos. The law of thought and effect. Your thoughts show up. They show up somehow. So I want to teach you how you could think better, how you could have better mindset, and remove all the mindsets you have, because your paradigm, your ingrained paradigms that you have in your mind, they control your life. And a good number of them, you might not even be conscious of them. So the Mindset Reset Bootcamp is not what you want to miss for any reason, right? More details about this bootcamp will be in the comment section below. See you in my next broadcast next week. Same time, same venue next week. Please, please, please like, share, and follow for more. Bye.